Who is the greatest football player of all time? For most of us, it's an endless debate over a drink or a flood of caps lock insults in a Twitter comment section. It feels harmless. Just statistics, arguments, and passionate fandom. But for others, this exact question has spiraled into a destructive, real-world obsession. A psychological trigger capable of fracturing lifelong friendships, shattering the unity of World Cup-winning locker rooms, inciting geopolitical culture wars, and in the most extreme cases, even ending in tragedy. Today, we peel back the layers of football's ultimate glory to look at its darkest side. The moments when the pursuit of proving who is the greatest of all time crossed the line from sporting debate into real-life conflict, obsession, and violence. Football has a fundamental issue with its kings. Unlike sports defined strictly by cold data, football's crown is deeply tied to national identity, political ideology, and pure human ego. When two opposing eras or cultures refuse to share the throne, the debate stops being a game. And to understand how vicious this can get, we have to start with the longest-running Cold War in football history. Phase 1, Pelé versus Diego Maradona, South American Cold War. Brazil versus Argentina, the most volatile international rivalry in the sport, found its perfect, opposing avatars, Pelé and Diego Maradona. They never faced each other on the pitch, separated by generations, and that is exactly what made their battle so sinister. It wasn't a game of goals, it was a war of worldviews. The saint of the establishment against the rebel of the streets. The corporate diplomat versus the anti-authoritarian anarchist. For over 3 decades, the two icons waged an unyielding war of words through global media. Pelé often criticized Maradona's chaotic life away from the pitch, questioning the example he set for younger players. Maradona, in return, attacked Pelé as a symbol of the football establishment, a legend too close, in his eyes, to FIFA's power structure. The absolute breaking point arrived in the year 2000. FIFA launched an open internet poll to officially crown the player of the century. Diego Maradona absolutely crushed the vote, securing over 53% of the public selection. But the result created a problem for FIFA. Maradona dominated the public internet vote while Pelé was favored by the football family vote. Instead of producing one undisputed winner, the award split the crown in two and made the debate even more bitter. To no one's surprise, Pelé won the committee, while Maradona kept the public vote. The controversy deepened the divide between Brazilian and Argentine football culture. Maradona walked out after receiving his award, refusing to share the stage with Pelé. Instead of settling the debate, FIFA had made it permanent. While Pelé and Maradona fought a cold war across generations, the next decade brought the two most prolific scoring monsters in history into the exact same space. At the exact same time, Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. Between 2010 and 2013, their individual pursuit of the GOAT title pushed Spanish football into one of the most toxic rivalries the modern game has ever seen. It quickly evolved past Messi versus Ronaldo. It became Barcelona versus Real Madrid, Catalonia versus Madrid, Pep Guardiola's ideological purism versus Jose Mourinho's Machiavellian pragmatism. The tribalism was so toxic that every single Clásico felt like a blood sport. We saw eye gouging on the touchline, rampant media smear campaigns, and teammates violently turning on each other. But the true casualties were hidden behind closed doors. The Spanish national squad, the dominant force in world football, came dangerously close to fracture. Inside the national team, tensions between Madrid and Barcelona players became so serious that the squad had to actively protect its unity. Some relationships were strained, and the dressing room felt the pressure of a rivalry that had moved far beyond club football. The immense tribal pressure demanded absolute loyalty to your camp's chosen GOAT. The toxic rivalry almost destroyed the greatest generation in Spanish history, proving that when the GOAT debate burns hot enough, even brothers-in-arms become enemies. However, the most terrifying and destructive chapter of this story doesn't take place on a multi-million-dollar pitch, nor does it involve elite tacticians. It takes place in the everyday world. The modern internet age has warped the GOAT debate into something deeply pathological, birthing an extreme form of parasocial idolatry where fans look at athletes not as sports stars, but as extensions of their own personal identities. And sometimes, that digital fanaticism turns lethal. March 2016, Mumbai, India. Two young men, lifelong friends, gathered in an apartment to celebrate a 34th birthday. It was supposed to be a normal night of celebration. But as the hours passed, the conversation drifted into the ultimate trap, Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. What began as a passionate debate rapidly escalated into a heated, aggressive verbal confrontation. As the argument escalated, rage overtook reason. The glass shattered against the wall. Instead of backing down, the attacker picked up a jagged piece of the broken glass. The altercation ended in tragedy, one life lost, another destroyed, all over an argument about two elite athletes living thousands of miles away who didn't even know these men existed. This extreme case is a grim warning of our modern era. The GOAT debate is no longer about the sport. For some, it has morphed into an existential crisis. To criticize someone's idol can feel like an attack on their identity, turning a football disagreement into something personal, emotional, and dangerously irrational. Football is the global game because of its unmatched ability to generate pure, shared human emotion. It brings billions of people together across every border on Earth. But history warns us that when admiration curdles into obsessive idolatry, when we demand a single, undisputed deity to worship, the beauty of the game vanishes. The obsession takes over and the joy of the game disappears. So the next time you find yourself typing out a furious, paragraph-long comment to defend your chosen icon, take a breath and ask yourself, what are you actually fighting for? Thank you for watching this documentary. If you want to explore more deep dives into the hidden history of sports, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and tell us down in the comments. Do you think social media has permanently ruined the joy of football debates? See you in the next one.